Yo, yo, yo.
Yep, I got you. Boom. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let's get over here with me toward the middle. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure we are live. And I think, we arm this board real quick. There we go. What up, bro?
Nothing. Just decided to run around real quick before the show.
Let's see.
I might eat a little bit during the show.
Oh yeah, look, that's all good. Let's see. Your channel. Okay, live is good. Live is. Oh.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Okay, good then. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't play with no fancy OBS stuff this week, but I got something for you though. I seen some things I want to add to the show, but I'm gonna surprise you with them though. Surprise ya! All right, let's see. I got the board started right here. Let's see. No, we do not want to do that. Okay. Do believe we about ready. I'm trying to check the chat. Is it connected? Yes. All right. We should be good. All right. Record. Bam. And we are go. Welcome, smart guys, smart gals, smart folk. What's going on? I'm your boy Big Q. This is SmartGuyz Tech Podcast. Slow week in tech. Anyway, Q, you look a little traveled. You look a little. You been out enjoying the sunshine? That's what you're out doing.
Something like that.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah.
But as anyways, it's your boy Keon Lex in the building.
Yeah.
As a reminder, drink some water, y'all.
Drink some water. I'm gonna tell you another thing. Me and the wife, she and I doing it right now. We've been experimenting. I think, well, everybody know I've been talking about it for the last couple of months that I changed my diet a little bit, kind of got off the red meat, doing some stuff like that. So we just started HelloFresh. Not sponsored by them, but hey, HelloFresh. If y'all listening to the podcast, you know we've been messing with it. I think we're making our third meal tonight. The first 2 weeks was great, man. We had some type of marinara, something or other, last night, and then the first one we had was some type of taco salad type thing with Impossible meat in it. It was great. It was pretty good. I've been eating so much Impossible and Universal. What's the other one's called? Impossible. What's the other? It's
Beyond.
Yeah, but eating so much of that stuff. I think I forgot what real meat tastes like. I think I forgot.
So, as a previous meat eater, how do you feel about the Impossibles and the Beyonds and whatnot?
You know, I actually think they most of the ones that I've tried have been pretty good. Like I said, it's been good enough to make me kind of forget about even thinking about a burger, because and actually when I think about a burger, I'm when I go like look at Burger King or whatever the menus, I'm looking for the Beyond or the Impossible. I'm looking for it. I think they're pretty good. Found out Qdoba has the Impossible meat for their taco stuff. Shame on Taco Bell though. I'm mad at Taco Bell and I'm mad at Chipotle. Chipotle did have some plant-based chorizo, but it's gone now. And Taco Bell they just don't care, which I'm surprised.
It's Taco Bell. They say you know what you get when you come here.
I'm very surprised. Keon, I had a little bit of a buyer's remorse. Had a little bit of a, and I'm not usually like this. I'm not usually like this. Usually, because I've been trying to tell myself that I didn't need the Tab S8 Ultra. But telling myself, you know what? You don't need it. You don't need it. But then I happened to be sitting around online and saw where there was this one retailer was having a sale on the Samsung tablets. And so I did the little credit stuff, and I was like surprised when I got approved. I said, okay, cool. But then I saw the difference between like the monthly payment between the Ultra and the 8 Plus. It was
like $2.
It was like $8, right? And I was just like, $8. I might as well go ahead and get the big boy, the 256. And I was like, get a 256, get the 12 gigs of RAM. So I pushed the button on it, bro. And then the next day, so this is what happened. The next day, I go looking for the keyboard because I can't find the keyboard nowhere at a decent price. The keyboard is uber, super, stupid expensive, right? And
what is that, like $400?
$350.
Okay, that's normal price.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it, Ken.
That's normal Apple price.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
Is that the normal price of it?
It's the normal price of it. I just, I cannot bring myself to do it. You know what? It's crazy. Like $1,100 for the tablet. I can figure out a way to do it if I can do it in monthly or whatever. It is what it is, so on and so forth. But man, $350 for that for a keyboard.
But it's like also a case and it's snapped on and all that stuff.
No. So after looking on Amazon and on Samsung.com and on BestBuy.com and Adorama and all these different places, the cheapest I could find it was $289 on Amazon. And you know what? That's just too goddamn high. I can't do it.
That would be a super deal over in Apple Land.
Nah, it's too high. So that right there made me go back and shut that order down. I was like, you know what?
Because I canceled your order?
Because I cannot imagine using that thing without that keyboard.
Aren't you the guy who always tells me to be patient? So why don't you buy the tablet and just wait?
Because I can't use it without the keyboard. I feel like that's an essential part of the gig. That's the essential part of the thing. You need that part in order to make this other part work.
You still have a laptop, right?
Yeah, I still got a laptop. So that laptop is good. Yeah.
So what do you need
I still got my S7 Plus because I wasn't able to trade it So I would end up having to figure out what to do with this thing anyway, right?
You don't need it though.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need it. But so that's what happened with that. And then the other thing was I had the VR headset on, and I was showing the wife the little boxing thing. She put it on. She played with it for like 20 minutes. The next thing you know, she's like, "Yeah, I gotta have one of these." So she went and ordered one. Hers came yesterday. I set it up for her. So
I want a Quest 2 actually very badly.
Okay.
But I kind of want it just for Beat Saber.
Okay. Yeah. Beat Saber.
I don't really care about like watching Netflix and VR or other movies.
Which is that's
there
dope
hasn't
too.
been any other games I've seen.
So it's only been one game that I actually went nuts about that I very much enjoyed, and it was called Half-Life Alyx. That was really the only game, and it was a PC game, so like you couldn't even play it with just the Oculus by itself. You had to run it on a PC in order for it to work, and it was the only one. It was the only one that I liked. So, but other than that, it's been the exercise stuff. It's been the video stuff. It's been, but and it's been good. The Quest is dope. I like it.
I can't explain spending $300 for Beat Saber.
Yeah. And then of course, if you try to get everything, you try to get all the songs, and that's another thing for me. I didn't like the music selection. It didn't do it for me. So that was that too. So you know what I mean. That was that. You know what I mean. But I was trying to see that you don't see no chat, do you? Because I don't see no chat.
I mean, I see the chat, but ain't nobody here.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I thought maybe I was missing something.
I see people watching. There's like multiple people.
Okay, yeah. I was like, because I was wanting to push some chat up on the thing. Today, again, I couldn't find much, but it was just a couple things that popped out in the news circuit that I actually still tripping really, really hard on Elon Musk. I know we talked about it last week. I'm still tripping about that, but the whole Twitter thing.
Anything changed?
Ain't nothing changed, but it's just the whole thing about the Coca-Cola. That came after.
Oh yeah,
that was funny. But yeah, that was that. But I wasn't gonna get into that. It was a story came out that I thought was very weird. And it made me think about some other stuff. So,
look, the homie Big Fletch is here.
Big Fletch is in the building. Okay, I love it. I like it. So a weird story came out about Samsung putting this ad out. Right? They put this ad out. It was a Samsung Health I think it was a Galaxy Watch 4 ad. I think it's what it was really about. But anyway, it showed this woman running at nighttime, and and the owl was kind of like following her while she was running at 3 a.m. in New York. And so these people wrote a story about since the Samsung was tone deaf, and it just come on the heels of some woman who got murdered running that night. And I don't know the story about the murder. I don't know the story about the murder or all that. But apparently these people were upset that Samsung is under fire for tone deaf advertisement of women running at night, which actually made
me. Did you watch the ad?
I did watch that.
I watched it.
I didn't think nothing was wrong with that because I see what Samsung was they were just talking about how easy it was to be connected and all that blah blah blah. I didn't see none of the dangerous aspects of it. But then again, I am not a woman, and I don't know what that's like. You know what I mean? So I ain't want to. But it made me think about mobile health apps and like. How much stock are you putting in that kind of stuff? Like Samsung and Apple, they've been battling on the smartwatch front about who can get the most elaborate and super accurate health applications and stuff like safety, like SOS, and the dude house blew up a couple years ago. Apparently his Apple Watch saved. You know the story about 2 years ago this happened, I think, right before the pandemic. His Apple Watch saved him or whatever. I
don't remember.
So it got me thinking about that. So I was like, okay, that'd be something cool to talk about. And then of course I had this other story about Snap. We talked about them. I was playing with the filters last week, but then I found out they're launching this drone camera.
Snapchat?
Snapchat, and they also have this. Shopping thing they're doing for like metaverse stuff where you can actually, they've been talking about this for years, where you can see what clothes and stuff look like on your body, like on yourself, like in real time, in AR or whatever. They got like little apps and stuff for it. Yeah.
Is there another company that does that? Because I know IKEA does. Yeah. Like you can place your furniture in your house.
Actually, believe it or not, BestBuy.com has that too. Yeah.
With the placing your furniture in your house.
Oh yeah. You can put the TV look like on your wall and stuff like that.
Well, I think somebody does. You can put clothes on yourself. Like you can actually look at yourself.
Yeah. I saw one of those instant tailor app things. It was an app where you can get it's like an instant tailor and you can see what their
measurements.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's pretty smart. I don't know. So that's kind of where we at right now. So we'll get the serious stuff over with first, right? So first I want to start with the Samsung story. Then we'll talk about the mobile health stuff, right? So you saw the commercial. First of all,
see the commercial.
Oh, you didn't see the commercial?
I did.
Okay. So first of all, when you saw the commercial, were you thinking about Samsung being, some weird message that was sending or being?
No. Well, so I read the story before I saw the ad, and so reading the story, apparently Samsung put out this ad in like the UK or somewhere, and recently there was some type of, I don't know, mugging, murder, or rape. Just something happened recently. And then Samsung put out the commercial. Obviously, they filmed this like a while ago, but they just put it out, and it was just bad timing on their part. So they actually removed the whole ad, issued an apology, and did the whole thing. I guess that's good, because you don't want to have any type of negative press at all. But like, the commercial was pretty, tame. It was just somebody jogging a knife.
I thought it was pretty straightforward. I think first of all, we live in this era right now where no matter what you say or what,
a lot of people get triggered or offended.
They do, man, and it's crazy. So it says here, Samsung is under fire for a recent ad depicting a woman wearing a Galaxy Watch 4 and Galaxy Buds running alone in the middle of the city at 2 a.m. Critics have called the ad both unrealistic and tone deaf in the wake of the murder of Ashley Murphy, a 23-year-old who was killed while running in January in Dublin, Ireland. The ad is oblivious to the dangers of nighttime running. That makes sense since the smartwatch makers don't seem to understand how their limited safety features may fail runners. Now, I'm just saying, this ain't me taking a Samsung stance. This is me taking a common sense stance, right? Like, listen, I understand it's dangerous out there, right? You're running around. Like, I think anybody who run in the middle of the night or whatever, you take that. That's why they have the flashing, helmets and the bright clothes, the reflective clothes, and all that kind of stuff. Now, as far as the danger aspect, you got to know that you in the middle of a city running at 2:00 in the morning.
My thing is, first of all, I feel like it's more dangerous to run around evening, like 9.
Yeah,
because 2, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, a lot of people aren't up.
Yeah.
Even like, bad guys are up all the time, but
Yeah.
I feel like that 7 to 10 period is the worst time to run.
Yeah.
And you've got people in the podcast, people in the comments going back and forth saying, "Oh, I run, super late at night, super early in the morning."
Yeah.
Or, this commercial was terrible. Like, you got people back and forth in the comments because you're not going to please everybody.
Well, because some people like to run super early or super late because of the atmosphere. The city is kind of sleepy. Ain't a lot of stuff moving around. Ain't a lot of stuff to get in your way. Ain't a lot of stuff to slow you down. The air is better. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some people just like to do it. But blaming the tech company for their like I'm saying, you can't blame the watch's features. It's like saying, "Oh, it's the watch's fault that she got," or what if she wasn't wearing a Samsung watch? What if she was wearing a regular watch or a Fitbit or something? Like, I don't get it.
And then you got people also saying that these watches aren't that great because you have to remember to turn on,
yes,
the features when you set them up. Or you have to remember to set them up. If you do set it up later, you might not remember,
right?
And so it's not even all that. Like, you got all that stuff too. So for me, it was just like a lot of reaction for something super small.
Yeah, for real. It was very weird, and I do get it. It's just like cloud backup stuff, right? Customer comes like I see this every single day. Customer come in, want to get a new phone. Can you bring my stuff over? Well, is your stuff backed up? What you mean backed up? Never even heard about it. Never done used the phone for 4 years. Never flipped a switch. Never backed anything up. Just like when you buy a new watch. Unless I mean, sometimes part of my job is to introduce these things and say, hey, do you want to set this up? And but everybody don't get that experience, right? Some people order their things online. Some people just go in and grab stuff and leave. They don't get that whole thing. And now who you blaming? The retailer? You blaming I don't know. The manufacturer.
It might have just been that it was really just bad timing.
Yeah.
And it's in everybody's mind. Right. Somebody got killed. Running in the early morning,
yes.
And then Samsung, you put out the commercial of somebody running in the early morning.
Right,
it's bad timing. That's cool, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it's I mean, like the sensitivity level that went off the chart, man. Like that, that it's like we're gonna blame Apple and Samsung or whoever makes the smartwatch. So if that woman had to end up getting snatched up, whatever watch she had on, that company was gonna get blamed for it. Like, how come it didn't set off alarm? Yes, so. I don't know. And then so Samsung took that. I don't know. It was very weird. So with that being said, what about mobile health apps and stuff? Like, do you put I know me personally, one of the reasons why I like my smartwatch, because I like the feedback. I like seeing what's going on with my body, right? Now, how accurate or all that stuff, that's up for debate, right? But for you, do you care about that stuff? Do you care about knowing what's going on? Like being able to look down on your wrist and say, "Oh, this is my heart rate, this is my oxygen level, blah blah blah." Do you care about that?
So I do look at certain things. Screen time, I think, is one of the most things I look at. I check out steps and stuff like that because I do wear my watch and I do like to do like a base level of health and fitness.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at O2. I'm usually not looking at heart rate unless like my heart rate is something crazy, which I don't think it's ever been unless I'm like working out super hard.
Right.
I don't really care about heart rate. And also like some of my bands aren't as accurate as other bands. Like this Infinity Loop band, it always makes my watch think it's out of my wrist.
You know what? It's the same thing for some of the bands that I wear. Sometimes like I got a really nice metal band that I like to wear. And I'm telling you, it makes it seem like I'm having a heart attack all the time. all the time. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. I'm like,
yeah, like, so, I do have like a base level of care, but it's not why I'm buying my watch. Like, I like looking at the sleep stuff too. Again, if my watch doesn't have any type of steps, sleep, O2, heartbeat, it wouldn't be a make it or break it for me, but I do like to have as much as I can in my watch.
I do too. I think it's pretty. I think it's a pretty big deal. I think it actually kind of gives you the justification for the price tag of some of these devices, and I think it also has justification for their existence, because like what else are we using them for, right? For notifications, really? Are we that caught up in social media that we?
No, I mean, because if my watch only had time with notifications, I'd be super content.
Would you really? I don't think I would wear one. If that was all it was about, I don't think I would wear one.
So there used to be those watches that legitimately looked like a real watch, and it would just buzz or show like an LED light when you had a notification. Right. I love that watch. That watch is amazing.
That was a Withings? Was that what that was?
I forgot what it was. It wasn't like one of the major brands that are out now. Right. But like, it would just buzz on your, it was a real watch. Yeah. And it would just buzz on your wrist or like flash a light, and you would have to check your phone. Yeah. I love that.
See, for me, the notification part, I think that's the part of the smartwatch that I don't like, because that's
the least important part for you.
Because I think part of the problem that we're dealing with is the constant bombardment of notifications, right? If it ain't somebody trying to sell you something. I know, and then when you can see every single one that come through, it's crazy, because I'm gonna tell you, I remember being, I don't know if I was in a job interview, I was somewhere doing some talk, I was talking to somebody about something important, and I was getting notifications on my watch, and I kept looking at it, and the guy asked me, he's like, well, if you got somewhere else you need to be, we can go ahead and tighten this.
You're not doing it right, kid. So I got two stories for you. Yeah. First off, just for both stories, I have my watch set up where not everything is on notifications. Gotcha. And then certain notifications have certain like vibration patterns. Yes. So like a text message vibrates differently than like Twitter or Facebook. So I can instantly tell what's what.
And then your brain tell your brain not to even look at it. You won't even look. I mean, see, I don't know.
In certain situations, I don't look.
See, every single time mine buzzes, I look at it every time.
No, I don't. See, I'm good with that. Right. I have had problems where like wearing my watch, when I'm with somebody, we're just laying down chilling or on a couch watching TV. Yeah. And my watch would be going off because, I'm in a couple group chats or something. Mm-hmm. That's annoying. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm not even looking. It's just, vibrating all the time. But that's another thing. I don't like wearing my watch to sleep. I don't know if you do or not.
I don't. I kind of wish I could with the style of watch that I wear. It's not really super comfortable to sleep in. Because I wear the Samsung Galaxy Watch Classic, and some people sleep in that one. I don't know. It's a little kind of clunky to kind of sleep in. So I done tried a couple times. I didn't like it. So I really don't sleep in. The last watch I slept in was a Moto 362 that I had a long time ago.
You slept in that?
Yeah, so that one was comfortable. Yeah.
This is not terrible to sleep in, but it only gets 2 days battery life anyway.
Right. So you don't gonna be able to measure your sleep like once every other day, right? You ain't gonna be able to, So it's that too. But I thought, my purpose for the watch was to make me not have to keep pulling my phone out. So, I can see the notification, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to give that my attention. But again, like I'm sitting there in this meeting or wherever I was, and I found myself, I wasn't pulling my phone out, but I was still looking at my wrist. And so, and apparently that offended old boy. He was like, well, Mr. Boyd, if you got somewhere else you need to be, well, we can go ahead and wrap this up.
Why did you put the thing on or something?
Well, cause I mean, it wasn't making noise. I wasn't thinking about that. But and I'm like, no, it's a smartwatch, sir. He was like, oh, okay, well, I see you keep looking at your watch. And I'm like, no. This is the kind of watch it ain't. It's more about the telling time.
If that was a Samsung interview, you could have been like, this just shows the power of my God.
Right. No, I don't know who I was in the meeting with, but it was, I just remember the guy telling me that if I had somewhere else I needed to be, because apparently he didn't like the fact that I kept looking at my watch, right? So that was that whole thing. But then once I got diagnosed with the hypertension and whatnot, being able to see what's going on with my heart and my blood levels was pretty important to me. And I like to be able to see that it's constant and I can see it at any time. I don't have to,
Do you go into I don't know if it's Samsung Health or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. Do you go into the app and do more than the default, upload some medical stuff, talk about your heart, talk about your sugar? Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
When I get my watch, there's a whole lot of health stuff that you can set up.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't really.
Yeah, only because I have a couple of those conditions that I want to be able to keep an eye on all the time.
Before you went to the doctor, did you set those things up?
I didn't. So before this whole thing, then I think I got my diagnosis in 18, 20, late 2017 or 2018, somewhere around in there.
So kind of in the early years, but not too early.
Yeah, and so once that happened to me, I was like, well, one of the reasons why it happened is because I didn't know what was going on with me, right? I had no idea,
Of course.
But now that you're more, cognizant of it, because you got all these numbers on your wrist yelling at you all the time, like, oh, bro, your heart rate is now past the comfort zone, like because I got mindset like in these parameters, like I don't. Like it'll let me know if it gets too low, if it let me know it gets too high, and the normal. If I'm exercising, obviously you want it's different, but
right.
And so, but normal person that's not going to do that. They don't really care about that kind of stuff. But
right.
For me, I kind of want to know. It's like my blood sugar levels, all that stuff, right? So I think it's pretty important, and I think the better these companies are, because they pushing each other. They Apple, I think Apple and Samsung are doing it better than anybody. As far as
next thing I gotta ask you though, do you set up your emergency stuff like triple press, calls 911 or fall detection or whatever?
Absolutely. So I got the fall detection set up where so as soon as you fall, or as soon as it detects a fall, it's gonna go ahead and hit those three numbers and send your GPS location, hit the emergency contacts, and dial the emergency services. Then they have the one where you have to press the button 3 times, right? I guess if you kind of like in a dangerous situation or something like that, I set those up for me, set those up for old girl. I actually do it for a lot of my customers too, especially like my older ones. Stuff like that, because that's part of the problem.
Has that ever accidentally gone off on you?
It has not. I have never really had a problem with it. But I'm gonna tell you what I thought was weird. So the one time that I actually did fall, I remember I was going through some stuff with the low blood sugar. So I got out of bed and I was trying to make my way to the bathroom, and I actually fell down while I was trying to way to the bathroom. And
like completely on the ground.
Yeah, and without like stumbling, it was like a straight, like I was standing up and then I was on my butt the next like second, right? And and it told me that it detected that I fell, but it didn't do nothing. So I don't know, it didn't do that. It didn't finish the whole thing. I guess it wanted to confirm that I was okay. I don't know. I have no idea. But because I was like, oh man, I done fell. This thing is getting ready to call everybody, right? But it didn't do that. So I don't know if that was good or bad.
So I'm guessing you have like your wife and then
wife, mom, my brother, yeah.
Are there people that are like? So, question: do you have your for your top 3? Are they just family members that want to know, or are they actually people that are close by that could actually reasonably get to you?
So 2 of the people are people who definitely gonna want to know. My wife and my mom, they gonna want to know. And then my brother.
But your wife can also get to you.
Yeah, she can get to me too. So she can. My mom definitely will probably be like the last one to be able to show up because she's so far away. But my brother, but he gonna be the one that's gonna take action that's outside of my wife, right? So somebody who's not here, who I know for sure would take action, will be him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh snap at this guy! I got this weird text message from Q. Let me see what's up, right? He would be like, I think if I put my other brother Cleo on there, he'd probably see an emergency text. He'd probably go and ask somebody else, like, what the hell is this? Oh, he chilling.
Yeah, I can put some emergency people in there. I got people who would be there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's different for me.
Yeah.
I don't like worrying my parents because then they start talking to me a lot.
Right. Oh yeah.
I had a cold last week. And I told my mom, and she's just like, COVID, what is going on?
Right. It goes to the extremes immediately, right?
So I can't just be having emergency stuff going on,
right?
All the time.
I was trying to convince my mom to get a smartwatch, and I think what I messed up was I kind of came at it on the medical side. And it kind of shook her up a little bit. And she was like, nah, that's too much.
You can't have people thinking about their mortality.
I know, right? Yeah, she was like, nah, I don't need this thing telling me that something's wrong with me. I was like, well, what if something's wrong with you?
That's beyond the point.
I tell you, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's a trip. But I think that stuff is cool, man. Then I seen some other stuff that I missed out on when my kid was young. But I saw some stuff at work, man. Little baby socks you can put on the baby and whatnot, and it gives you.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot.
Oh, it's all kind of crazy stuff, bro. Like it'll get you can see all the baby's vitals with the little sock you put on them. I thought that was the dopest thing ever, right?
As you know, like I write for Digital Trends.
Yeah.
And I do their smart home section. So I get all the smart home stuff, and every sector of smart home that you know of goes so much deeper than you think. Wow. Babies, so deep. Wow. There's so many accessories that you don't even know of or don't even think of unless you're like, heavily into that world. Yeah. You have like what, 21-year-old? Yeah,
22 years old now. Yeah,
22 years old. Yeah. So you're not in baby mode anymore. Right. And you haven't been in baby mode in 20 years.
It's a long time.
So
technology came a long way.
Grown.
Yeah. Because
they've got cameras that turn. They got a little baby mat changing thing that could tell you temperature. Really? They got cameras that could see if your baby turns over and can analyze its chest to see if it's breathing correctly. It's a lot.
That is awesome, man. And it let me know what to get my brother when his new baby come in August, right? Because I'm gonna get him a whole bunch of technology stuff. But yeah, all we had was like them dumbed down walkie-talkie baby monitor things. You know what I'm saying? That's all we had, right?
All you had to do was just like turn a click and it's off.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And but now you can see the baby from the other room. You can see him from the phone, right? Like no matter where you at, right?
You get notifications.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Or you might not, since you don't like notifications, like you're watching stuff.
Well, no, I said I didn't like them. I'm just saying they get me in trouble because I'm always looking at it. And and it's crazy because I went through and I only I definitely turned off email because work email is the only one I let come through. No personal email ever comes through because it's always some spam, somebody trying to sell you something, somebody telling you that you owe them some money, or something like that. So it's usually like, and I definitely cut off all social media stuff. Definitely don't.
I don't know why. I hate that you do that. So I usually do the ticket with me and Rush. So
it's crazy because I'm telling you, like, only people on social media who I'm okay with getting notifications from is Twitter because this Twitter is new and I don't weed out a bunch of nonsense, and everybody who I engage with on Twitter I know them personally, right? So I don't know. Twitter is okay, but ain't no Instagram stuff coming through there. Definitely no Facebook stuff. Actually, I don't even know when the last time I even put a post up on Facebook. I don't even remember. But stuff like that.
I have to use Facebook for photography purposes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Other than that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Mark, man, that baby stuff. I was at work. I was just like wandering around over there, and I'm telling you, I saw the sock, and I just like picked it up and looked at it, and it's just this tiny little thing, bro. And it can give you so much information. And they had a little thing that you put on the baby's finger or whatever. They even had like the smart caps.
Like the sock connects with the finger, connects with the hat, connects with the bed, connects with the camera. Like they have ecosystems.
It's dope, man. I could have used that. When my kid was young.
A random question: if you and the wifey just happen to have another kid today, how technologically heavy would you be?
Man, that crib would look like Iron Man up in that piece, bro. Look, everything that I could possibly do, I would do. You know what I'm saying? I would do. I want to.
It's just a wonder because I don't have a kid of my own.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If people are still trying to go like, I was raised this way, so I'm going to raise you this way. We didn't have no technology, all that stuff. Right. Or they're going to go like, it's here to help. Might as well.
No, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna do this like for my new niece or nephew, whichever one I get. Yeah, I'm just because I didn't know about this stuff until because when his first kid was born 2 years ago, right at the beginning of COVID, I got her some like really artistic stuff. So she, and I was like, I wasn't thinking about that kind of thing, but now that I've seen it, that's all I'm buying. I'm gonna take it over there, and he probably gonna look at it like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this, man? What am I supposed to do?
I was supposed to put it together. It don't work. All that stuff.
I want to make sure that the baby had all the technology that's available. You know what I'm saying? That's good.
That's also going to help the parents.
Absolutely, man. I like it. So okay, so let's do this right here. Let's finish it up with this. So your favorite company now? They are a camera company now. They're not a social media company no more. They're a camera company now. You remember that? You remember when they said that a couple years ago? So it says Snapchat's Dress Up feature turns your phone into an AR shopping mall and is making it easier to virtually try on anything. right? So what they basically saying that if people hanging out somewhere, they should be shopping, they should be spending money, right? It says, but it's becoming a fundamental law of the internet is if people socialize, they must also shop. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and practically every other social media network and messaging app on the planet has spent the last couple of years trying to make every pixel of your chats and pictures into a one-click purchasing. Look at this right here, bro. We've been dabbling with this for a little bit, but now, look, it's serious business now. Now transactions can be made. Like before, I think it was Bixby Vision or some weird stuff like that back in the day, where you could see. I think Samsung did it with a commercial where you're like, oh, you see the woman with the hat on, you take the picture of the hat, and it tells you where the hat came from and what she paid for that and all that.
Yeah.
Now you can actually
Instagram too. Whenever you're scrolling, it says like, this is this item. You can buy it from here.
Yeah. So now you can actually see what the kicks look like on your feet. That picture look a little bit weird. See if I can blow it up a little bit so you can see it. The shoes look they don't fit properly, but I'm just saying it's a step in the right direction. Right?
So first off, I'm just gonna say Snapchat is not my favorite company. Nobody listens to you. I don't even have a Snapchat because I'm not 18 years old.
Right.
But secondly, if I had the technology, every photo I took, every selfie I took, I would be so fresh. I'm trying to know everything. I would take the picture.
That's right.
And I'll be like, yeah, this is how I look.
But then your shoes gonna look like this though. They're gonna look a little bit.
They ask me about my shoes and be like, don't worry about it.
They're gonna look a little bit. Look, you don't see them gaps out here near the bottom right there.
I'm gonna just say I wear them a little big. I don't want to crease them.
I mean, look, you can definitely tell that they're fake. But I'm just saying.
They give you a good idea.
It's believable enough so you can actually see what they would look like with what you're wearing and whatnot. But man, I'm gonna tell you this is what I'm sad about. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm sad about it, Ken. I'm kind of mixed. You might be a little too young, maybe not. Mark might know what I'm talking about. But I remember when we first got like online, like not like that primitive, military stuff. From like, I ain't talking about that. That was before my time. I'm talking about the internet, the modern internet as we know it. I remember when I first got introduced to it. I was in middle school, I think it was, and we had a computer lab in the school, and we would come in early, and then we would be in there before school started, and then we would instant messaging each other and doing all this. And we thought the internet was just crazy. But back then though, it was a couple things missing from the internet back then. There was no social media, which was great, and then there was no advertisements. It was no advertising except for maybe AOL. They were advertising hard, I guess, right?
Hey, they let you know. Hey,
you know what I mean?
We got these discs to deliver.
So not only were you're not getting advertised to, there wasn't no social. Well, the chat room stuff was about as social as it was getting back in those days, and instant messaging and all of that. But now I'm thinking about the way commerce then just came and took over. The internet now is nothing but a place to make money. There's no other purpose for it. It's
the mall, different stores or different sites and stuff.
Yeah,
and everybody has something to tell you.
So anybody go I remember we used to go on the internet to look at the Encyclopedia Britannica so we can see what the insides of a giraffe look like. I'm just saying.
I don't know if I've ever seen the inside of a giraffe.
That's what we used to look at, right? And like now, I mean, it's full of twerk videos and TikToks and.
I mean, I remember going on elementary school and stuff, and you press start and it would just pop up and be like internet or games.
Yeah.
That's all you do. You wouldn't even go to the internet because it didn't really have nothing on it for you.
Right.
And then you just play games or chat with your friends. Started like social media was just like saying available or busy or that's it.
That's it, right? Yeah. And half of the time it's false because people just forget to change the status or whatever, right? It's so weird because seeing just remembering what the internet was back then and seeing it now, it is so different now. Like I mean, it's almost like the internet now almost kind of remind me of like when I think of those post-apocalyptic movies, like how like
I was gonna say like stuff like Smart House and stuff.
Yeah. That's what it kind of remind me of. That's like because it was so clean and pristine back in the day, and now it's just like neon signs and desolated alleyways and dark shadows hanging out of it. Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
You know what we should talk about in a future episode is Web3. and that whole movement.
Yeah.
But I need to send you some stuff so you can do your research.
Okay, because I've been just dipping my toe in it because only reason why I've been kind of like putting a little distance between me and Web3 because it's really linked really heavily to crypto, and
crypto,
so yeah,
right now.
Yeah, so how I feel, how I feel about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't ready to make money. I know.
Listen, dude, I'm ready to make money, but I need something tangible, bro. I need something tangible. I need something tangible like this. This is the other thing.
We don't live in a tangible world anymore, Q.
I know. This is the other thing that Snap is doing. Check this thing out. $229. You see this?
Oh, yeah, you said the drone.
Yeah, it's like a little drone. Got a couple cameras on it. It can do a couple different things, right? So the guy is saying that it's the entry, the entry into like flying drones. This is where most people will come in at, right? Just want to take, and that thing will follow you around and orbit you and do all this stuff. And I think it's something nice to. With $229, the price tag ain't bad either. I think I might buy one of those.
So, if you're familiar with the drone market, anybody out there listening, if you're familiar with the drone market, DJI owns it.
Pretty much.
They legitimately have, I think, a little over 50% of the market share. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the rest is divided, into other companies.
It's fragmented to cheap companies, right? Because the quality falls off like a lot.
Yeah, I'm talking about consumer market because government market, I think DJI owns like 90. Yeah, like they're killing it.
Right. Yeah.
And so like these little, because there's other drones like this that you control with gestures and it's tiny and they just follow you around and stuff without you having to do much.
Yeah.
I guess they're cool and neat, especially if you're an influencer. Yeah. And you want somebody to follow you, or you're like a vlogger and you want to get like nice things behind you, or you want to talk to the camera without having to like selfie stick.
You got a cameraman.
People still using selfie stick.
You got a cameraman for 3.5 minutes.
It's cute, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of specs that I want to know, like flight time, and quality and whatnot.
Right.
But if you're actually into like drones, this is not for you.
Nah, but
it's cute though. It's cute.
The guy said it was the he said it lowered the bar for entry into the drone market. That's where most people will come in at, but spending $200 on this little thing, taking pictures of their dogs and stuff at the park. You know what I mean?
Or like the kids, go follow the kid and see video of him running around and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about it that I'm kind of just don't like my whole thing with drones. Period. Like I don't know if you saw the trailer for this movie. I think it just came out, or maybe it ain't out yet. It's a movie called Ambulance, right?
I have not seen that.
Well, in this movie, they hired guys who do drone racing. I don't know if you've ever seen drone racing before.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I remember watching this like a couple of years ago, and those dudes, man, the stuff that they can do and the maneuverability of those drones, the way they can move them around, kind of remind me of what I thought was completely unbelievable when I was like watching Star Trek and stuff. How they would run the Millennium Falcon, they'd be twisting and turning through asteroid beds and stuff.
Yeah,
these dudes was doing this with drones, right?
Yeah,
and I mean the reflex that you got to have for that is and they were using this to shoot action.
And they fly fast. They fly like 60, 70, 80 miles an hour.
Oh, absolutely. So they use these guys to film action scenes for this movie. And and I've seen like some of the stuff they showed off during this little featurette. I was like, I don't know what kind of skills you got to have to drive that drone like that.
That's the category of drones called FPV drones.
Yeah, they wear like a visor on their face.
Yeah, most of them you do have to wear a visor, or most of them it's super beneficial to wear a visor.
Yeah,
just because of how fast they're going and how out of sight they are. But yeah, there's a whole like community that some people build their own.
Yeah, or
they'll take parts from like one drone and take and configure other parts and make it work. But yeah, that's like a whole section.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I was impressed. I was just like, and then I'm looking at this little thing here. And I mean, clearly this thing, is so far removed from that, right? You know what I mean? But the fact that we at a level as humans that we can control a remote control device like that, I mean, with the precision and speed, I was like, damn, that is crazy. And then I watched some of the races and whatnot that were going through like tubes and flying over and under. Oh, it was crazy.
It's a lot.
It was nuts. And I mean, like, and I understand, like, they said it wasn't that much different between like those drone pilots and the actual F1.
I bet.
It's about the same. It's the only thing that's different. You don't feel.
You got a lot of control.
Yeah.
You've got your little headset.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have your headset on, you're like looking from the camera's view.
Yeah.
So I bet you, if you do this at a well enough level, it could probably get you closer to fighter jets than just like going to school or something.
Absolutely. I think the only thing they said was different was that the physical, like the G forces were, you're feeling that.
Yeah,
right?
The strain on your body.
Yeah. So, but it's like other than that, I mean, like everything else, like was pretty much the same, and I was just like, wow, that is insane. But coming back to these guys, like I said, they talk about the border, like basically. Drones are going to be, like, I feel like they're in a good place right now. We see more drones now than we've ever seen before. But it's so much to the point that they got all these crazy laws and you can only fly them here and you got to have a license to do this and so on and so forth. And everybody just can't buy a drone and play with it. Well, I guess you can. It depends on where you go, right?
Yeah, you kind of.
I wanted to buy one so bad, but I was always worried that mine was going to end up on top of somebody's house. And I won't be able to get it back.
So I have a friend who is a drone photographer.
Yeah.
He does other stuff, but he also did a lot of research with drones. And I keep telling him, like, I want to buy a drone.
Yeah.
Because just, for money. I'm always trying to do something photography related for money. And it's just like, I can't justify it enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can DJI sells a drone for $300. That's their cheapest drone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The difference is that the Snapchat is probably just like turn on, throw it up in the air.
Yeah. Like
I say, like me or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna run no more than about five. I give it 5 minutes max flight time. I mean, because
which one?
This snap drone thing. If that much amount of time, because most of those things, I remember you used to have those. You had a couple of those little tiny ones, right? What, you got about a minute or two out of those things? I remember a couple years ago we was doing the show and you had like a little teeny tiny one.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't remember.
It was like a micro mini
one. Must have been
one.
like a review or something.
Or I think it came through from some type of swag from something. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, because I was like, I wanted one too. And but yeah, I never got one. But you had like a little teeny. And I've seen them before, the really small ones, and they still cost about $60.
A fully charged Pixie drone, which is a Snapchat drone, will give you a total of 8 flights. 20 seconds each flight. 20 seconds.
That's worse than what I thought it was. You know what I mean? That's worse.
You have a lighter phone. You can just throw your phone in the air.
That is for real. That's actually worse than I thought it was going to be. 20 seconds.
Wow.
So like they put
8 times.
Yeah, but they put them shots together. So okay, 8. So basically, once you the first 20 seconds, you can immediately go back and get up again, or you got to charge.
The article doesn't say how far, but it says a fully charged will give you 8 flights with 20 seconds each. So I mean, I don't know if you could just go like down and then throw it back up. Yeah, that seems kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness! No, that is so now the 229 ain't really worth it. 20 seconds ain't enough, bro. Not to do nothing really crazy. I mean, it takes
you can buy another battery for $20. That's so crazy.
Yeah, but then you still only get another 8 20-second shots. You can't get no really dramatic sweeping shots in the 20 seconds. Yeah, that to me ain't worth it. I mean, you have to bring the price down to less than $100 for that for me. You know what I mean?
It doesn't say how long it takes to charge fully.
And is the camera at least 1080p? I didn't get to see that. Is it at least 1080p?
It's a 12 megapixel sensor, so it can physically shoot. It can physically shoot 4K.
Okay, so that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
I don't know if it does.
Okay, because that ain't.
You only need 8 megapixels to shoot 4K.
I mean, if you $230. If you
this is definitely for influencers.
Definitely, because 20-second shot. I mean, to put together something creative, Pixie's 12 megapixels shoots up to 100 videos or 1,000 photos, all of which, and then only give you 16 gigabytes of storage on the thing. No. Never mind.
People said the video quality isn't amazing.
Never mind.
It's fine enough for viewing on your phone. Yeah, they made it specifically for influencers.
Okay, well, because I'm thinking I'm going to do something super impressive with it, but I guess with 20-second shots, 8 of them on a single charge. Yeah, you're just doing some stories type stuff. You're doing some instant content that can be gobbled up very quickly,
Reels
right?
And whatnot.
Yeah, so and
then you have the DJI Mini, $300. It'll give you 30 minutes. It was a whole half hour.
Yeah. So so that's another thing I don't really like. I'm scared to get into drones about because the flight times are so short. They're so short, man.
But like 30, 45 minutes in the air is different because you're not just staying up there shooting for 30 minutes. That's a long time.
It is a long time. It is a long time. I mean, for the most part,
everybody I know that gets into drone photography also has like 4 or 5 batteries because they, they're not trying to charge up stuff.
Absolutely.
It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah. And then you got to, the thing is just sitting there while you kind of get the setup together and all that. So, and then when do you? Yeah, you got to get it in position, and then sometimes you got to fly it all the way back.
Take into account like wind and stuff. It's all. This is a whole thing.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that you ain't got your one yet. There was a little African kid.
I can't justify it.
Yeah, it was a little African.
I can't reasonably justify it.
Yeah.
I can justify it by me being slightly a techie and wanting new stuff.
Yeah.
But like, is it going to bring me anything? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, there was this one little African kid that I was working with at the Best Buy toward the end. Forget what his name was, but he was the first one that I know who used the drone for a shoot.
Did we work together?
Maybe. Your little African kid.
I remember who you were talking about.
Yeah, but he was shooting weddings back in those days, and he was one of the first ones that I remember using a drone for wedding photography. Like he was like the first one that
wedding photographers do drones.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, so he was one of the first ones to mention it. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And he showed me some of his shots, and I was like, you can only get a shot like that from a drone. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, there's that whole thing. All right, Ken, so we're coming to the close of the show. I want to say this, man. I am nervous and excited at the same time for this Galaxy Power Hour that I'm doing. I want to debut. I don't know if I want to debut this week or next week. I think I still want to put the finishing touches on the presentation. So I'm miking myself another week to do it. But I told myself May I wanted to be ready. So I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited and I'm nervous at the same time. Just found out that since the wifey done went back to the office, today was our first day going back into the jungle. I do get a lot of daytime time at the crib by myself. So I was like, oh, this would be cool to be able to do the show during the day. That might be something cool to do. So and also get some time now to actually get some more videos and stuff done because now I got more. A lot of stuff going on, and she and I having meetings and stuff in the other room, and I can do some stuff. So I'm excited about that. So that first Galaxy Power Hour is coming in the next couple of days, but we'll see. But I'm excited about it. Though.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. And I got the elaborate little camera set up. It should be fine. Should be fine.
4 camera set up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yes. Anyway, that's all I got, Ken. What you got, bro?
Nothing much, on my grind. I've got a lot of shoots this week, staying busy. I want to get back into my YouTube. I've finally gotten a couple of other ideas I want to share. Nice. It's just a whole lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot right now. But yeah, man, I've got a lot of trips planned. I'll be traveling this weekend. I've got a week-long trip planned for the beginning of next month. So
nice.
I'm excited for, just what's upcoming. But I'm always available on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If anybody wants to shout me out or talk about anything, I'm usually always available.
So
YouTube will be coming back sometime soon.
So I went on Twitter and I actually gave a little bit of a tease about what I'm gonna be talking about on the BQW, the death of the R&B group. I talked about, so I was like, I've been listening to New Edition clips all day. And I just,
I saw that.
Yeah, and I've been kind of consumed by it, man. And it's like, and then I went down in the rabbit hole, and it was New Edition. Then I looked at some 112 and some Jodeci and some rugged. What do they call themselves? Jagged Edge. I was gonna say rugged edge. Yeah.
Hopefully some BBD.
Yeah, next BBD. Yeah, no. I went down the rabbit hole and all this cool R&B, and it's so weird, man. That out of all the groups, and I don't want to get into it here, but out of all the groups R&B groups. They came and they were awesome, and they all fell apart except New Edition. They're the only ones who still left, man. Crazy. I love it though, but it's
still
good.
going now?
They're on tour right now. They're on tour right now.
50, 60 years old.
Yeah, they've been touring for 30 years, bro. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Wow. And sometimes it's 6 of them, and sometimes it's 5. But and then of course the ones who the tour they're going on right now, the Culture Tour, it's all 6 of them, man. They came through Charlotte last month, April. It was actually April, yeah.
You didn't go to it?
By the time I found out about it, that's when I found out they were on tour. Because somebody was like, on Facebook, these girls, they're like screaming, and they got a little video footage that's shot in portrait mode that gets on my nerves so bad. And, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of got me kind of looking into what they were doing. And I was like, no, they're on a tour right now. But yeah, that's cool. So I'm really going to have a little bit of fun with that. Actually talking about female strength as far as like, women and their strength to be able to do and go through a lot of things they're going through. I had a good conversations with a female friend of mine, and we came in with some cool stuff to talk about on the show. It should be a doozy. I'm going to have some fun with that. Nice. Yeah, so you guys... look forward for that on this channel here. So yeah, that'll work. Other than that, Ken, I think I am done.
That's it, man.
All right.
We enjoy you guys. We'll see you back next week.
Next week, peace. And let me stop this. And then I forgot. I don't have to get up and go turn it off no more. I think I can do it from here. I think I can. I think let's see. Let's see if it stops it.